Hey, and welcome to this digest right here on Rulers World Television. I'm your host, Olawade Bolaira, and today, we'll be examining the growing and diplomatic tension between Nigeria and the United States. Following the recent remarks by the United States President Donald Trump, we threatened, possibly military action in Nigeria. And according to him, the move is response to alleged genocide and continued killings of Christians in the country. Since the statement, Nigeria has officially, reacted, while citizens Nigeria and even beyond have continued to express, mixed feelings, some in support and others are in strong opposition. And joining me today on the program is to help us analyze the situation is Mr. Kayode Awolere, a political conflict resolution and international relation expert. Mr. Kayode Awolere, thank you for joining me on the program today.
Thank you for having me. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. All right, now let's look into the real deal today. Let's begin by the looking at the main issues. How true is or valid is the United States allegation that Christians are being killed, targeted for mass killings on the basis of their faith in some parts of Nigeria?
Yeah, I will say without equivocation that this is clearly untrue. We need to put things in the right context. Uh, Nigeria is facing high level of insecurity. There are different insurgent groups operating in the country, prominent among which is Boko Haram. Now, when Boko Haram actually started, the killings were targeted at Christians and places of worship, churches. However, within a short space of time, uh, Boko Haram uh, changed its agenda because of the fact that it was not gaining the expected support, especially from some Muslim communities,
Mm.
and because of that, they started targeting the Muslims as well, and even there were instances of them going into mosques, killing Muslims, as in worshippers who have gone to the mosque to pray. You know, sometimes even kidnapping emirs, and all of this continue to go on. And at the time, it was what actually led to the emergence of the splinter group from Boko Haram, that is the Islamic State of West African Province, ISWAP, because ISWAP have an agenda that that seek to protect the Muslims uh, and only kill those who are considered to be moderate Muslims and maybe of other religions. So it is not true that the Muslims are being, sorry, the Christians are being deliberately targeted in Nigeria, or there is mass killing of Christians
Okay.
going on. As a matter of fact, both Muslims and Christians are being killed daily because of the high level of insecurity that Nigeria is facing. We have, apart from Boko Haram, we have commercialized insurgency that is going on. That is banditry. It's a commercialized insurgency. It's a criminalized insurgency. And bandits don't know who is a Christian, who is a Muslim.
Muslim.
They engage in indiscriminate killings, wanton destruction of properties, and because it's commercialized banditry, commercialized insurgency. So they do that purposely for economic reasons and not on the basis of faith or on the basis of religion or whoever you are. So, but then you also look at the landscape violence that are going on in places like Plateau, part of Benue, and these are purely issues of insecurity. And the fact that majority of the people who are resident, who are living in Plateau State and in Benue
Really?
are Christians, definitely those who will be killed in those states will be Christians.
Yes.
The same thing, that is happening in places like Safara, Niger State, and Katsina, where bandits are killing people daily. The people that will be killed. So it is not true that Christians are being deliberately targeted, as Trump said. President Trump said, about Nigeria. No,
Mm.
Christians are not being deliberately targeted. What Nigeria is facing is purely issue of insecurity
Security.
that is affecting everyone, irrespective of their religions.
Religion. All right. So, what do you think, informed this position of the United States government under President Donald Trump that Islamist militants are killing Christians in large numbers in Nigeria and that our government is helpless in protecting the Christian population?
Well, two things I would say. First is misrepresentation of facts, and two is communication in our gap system, communication gap in our system. Now, the first one,